I'm an inspired thinker. I have to say, I think the most valuable aspect of this video message is that I sit quietly for 5 minutes before I hit record, really trying to connect with what's the message that needs to be shared today. And I have to say, there are a lot of messages pinging around in my head today. And there's a lot of energy in the air. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it feels really rumbly, is how I'm experiencing it. And I am in some arenas these days and rumbling around in arenas, some that I'm a team member of, some that I'm facilitating, some that I am coaching. So I am feeling and observing and participating in these environments that have a lot of emotional and mental energy. And sometimes that energy is really positive and exciting, and sometimes that energy is confusing and challenging and so uncomfortable. And if you are noticing that you are in places and spaces and you're experiencing all of these energies, I am with you, and they impact us. And what I've been really experiencing over the last couple of weeks as I'm navigating through all these rumbly places and spaces is so much learning. And it's been uncomfortable, and I have pulled on all the tools in my toolbox to stay present to the learning, the gifts of the learning that come when I keep the armor off and show up in these spaces, open, transparent, curious, and compassionate. Compassionate with the people I'm in the experience with, and compassionate with myself, which is always the hard part. For me, it's the hard part to be gentle with myself, not to judge myself in any given moment, and to practice compassion everywhere. And as I rumbled through the last couple of weeks with compassion and curiosity guiding me, it kept me out of my judger mindset. It kept the armor off so that I wasn't choosing self protection instead of open heartedness. And that feels like the message to share today. And I hope that you will practice curiosity in those moments when telling or directing or defending yourself is what you'd really like to do. Instead, can you pull back or pull up and out of the situation and get curious about what's going on? Getting curious will save us from so much. And that is a practice. So, getting curious. And as you access your curiosity, bringing compassion along on the journey, I think really supports us to access that mindset and to see others differently. And that's been incredibly empowering for me over the last couple of weeks. These are things we need to practice. And I'm really excited. I hope you'll have a look in the newsletter today. We are intaking for our January cohort, our winter cohort for the Inspired Leadership Signature Program. And I had a coaching conversation yesterday with someone who's been through both Dare to Lead and the Inspired Leadership Program. And, months after those learnings, they shared that, oh, I was so intentional with using my tools, Diane, and it unlocked some really great momentum. We'll call it that. Because I got curious, they said, and I asked questions and I wasn't feeling reactive. And it was just this great moment of acknowledging, yeah, some great learning and skill building happened. And now it's playing out in real time, in real life, in that leadership context. And, the other thing I'm just going to plug is the fact that we bring really great people together to learn together. And being in community right now and learning together and rumbling through all the messiness of life and leadership and teamwork, doing that in a safe community is such a gift. And I know whenever I insert myself in a learning community that feels supportive and expansive, I never regret that, even when I'm really busy. So I hope you'll hear this invitation. The Inspired Leadership Signature Program is a place for you to be yourself and develop some competence around becoming a coaching leader. And we have an afternoon of inclusive leadership with Andrea Carey, Building Belonging. Again, check it out below. We hope you'll join us there. I think this should be required learning for all leaders right now. And I'm so thrilled that Andrea can bring this learning to our community, and feel free to share it with your colleagues, share it in your networks, be inclusive with that. As always, I'm so grateful to be able to connect with you in this way. I appreciate you. I see you. We can do this. Take care.